Queens wrongful death lawyer. If your loved one died because of someone else's negligence in Queens, you may have the right to seek financial justice. A wrongful death claim in New York arises when a person dies due to another party's wrongful act, neglect, or default. Under New York Estates, Powers and Trusts Law Section 54.1, the claim exists if the deceased could have filed a personal injury lawsuit had they survived. These cases are civil lawsuits and are separate from any criminal prosecution. Even if criminal charges are never filed or result in an acquittal, a civil claim may still proceed. Civil cases require proof by a preponderance of the evidence, meaning it is more likely than not that negligence caused the death. Only the personal representative of the deceased person's estate can file a wrongful death lawsuit in New York. This representative is usually named in the will or appointed by Queens County Surrogate's Court if there is no will. The personal representative files the lawsuit on behalf of the decedent's distributees. Distributees typically include the surviving spouse and children. If there is no spouse or children, parents or siblings may qualify under New York intestacy law. New York follows a pecuniary loss standard for wrongful death damages. This means recovery is limited primarily to financial losses suffered by surviving family members. Families cannot recover damages for their own grief or emotional suffering under current law. Economic damages may include medical expenses related to the final injury. Funeral and burial costs are also recoverable. Lost wages and benefits the deceased would have earned over a lifetime may be claimed. The value of household services provided by the deceased can also be included. Loss of financial support to dependents is part of the claim. Courts consider age, health, occupation, earnings history, and career trajectory when calculating future losses. Punitive damages may be available in cases involving gross negligence or reckless conduct. A wrongful death claim is different from a survival action. A wrongful death claim compensates surviving family members for financial losses caused by the death. A survival action compensates the estate for losses the deceased suffered before death. Pain and suffering experienced before death may be recovered through a survival action. Wrongful death damages go directly to distributees and are generally protected from estate creditors. Survival action damages pass through the estate and may be subject to creditor claims. Both claims are often filed together in the same lawsuit. Common causes of wrongful death in Queens include motor vehicle accidents. Construction accidents also lead to fatal injuries. Medical malpractice, including surgical errors and misdiagnosis, can form the basis of a claim. Nursing home neglect may result in wrongful death liability. Workplace accidents and defective products are additional causes. Criminal acts can also support a civil wrongful death lawsuit. To succeed in a wrongful death case, 4 elements of negligence must be proven. First, the defendant must have owed a duty of care to the deceased. Second, the defendant must have breached that duty through negligent or wrongful conduct. Third, the breach must have directly caused the death. Fourth, the family must have suffered measurable financial damages. Evidence may include police reports, medical records, witness statements, and expert testimony. Employment and financial records help establish lost income. Autopsy reports and official findings may support causation. New York follows pure comparative negligence. This means damages can still be recovered even if the deceased was partially at fault. The total recovery is reduced by the percentage of fault assigned to the deceased. Wrongful death proceeds are distributed to distributees according to their pecuniary losses. The decedent's will does not control how wrongful death proceeds are divided. If minors are beneficiaries, court approval may be required before funds are distributed. New York generally imposes a 2-year statute of limitations from the date of death. Missing this deadline typically bars the claim permanently. Different rules may apply in cases involving medical malpractice or government entities. Because deadlines are strict, it is important to consult a lawyer promptly. Wrongful death cases often involve complex procedures and substantial damages. An experienced attorney can guide families through estate appointment, filing requirements, and court proceedings. Insurance companies often defend these claims aggressively. Having a knowledgeable lawyer can help protect your family's right to full financial recovery. L Sanchez Law Office, PC represents wrongful death clients throughout Queens and New York City. The law firm handles claims filed in Queens County Supreme Court and other New York courts. The attorneys manage every aspect of the case, from investigation to negotiation and trial if necessary. The law firm works on a contingency fee basis, meaning no legal fees are owed unless compensation is recovered. If you lost a loved one due to negligence in Queens, speak with a lawyer who understands New York wrongful death law. Contact L Sanchez Law Office, PC, located at 3706 82nd Street No. 304, Jackson Heights, New York, 11372, or call 646-701-7990 to discuss your case with an attorney at this law firm.